Hey there, listeners. Welcome to another episode of Real World English. I'm Jake, your host.
And I'm Emma. We're so excited to have you join us today for what's going to be a super helpful episode.
Absolutely. Today we're talking about something that can make a lot of people nervous, navigating airports. Whether you're a first-time flyer or someone who travels occasionally, airports can be confusing places.
That's right, Jake. And the good news is that with a few simple English phrases and some knowledge about airport procedures, anyone can feel more confident. We're going to break down the whole airport experience into easy steps.
Perfect. So let's start at the beginning, arriving at the airport. What's the first thing you need to do, Emma?
The first thing is check-in. This is where you confirm your flight and get your boarding pass. If you have bags to check, this is where you'll drop them off to.
And there are actually two ways to check in these days, right? You can go to the counter or use a self-service kiosk.
Exactly. Let's go through some useful phrases you might need at the check-in counter. For example, hello, I'd like to check in for my flight to New York.
Good one. And you'll need to show your passport or ID, so they might say, may I see your passport and reservation, please?
Right. And if you have luggage to check, you can say, I have one bag to check in, or I have one carry-on and one checked bag.
Don't forget that most airlines have weight limits for bags. If your bag is too heavy, they might say, your bag is overweight. You'll need to pay an extra fee or remove some items.
That's a good point. And listeners, if you want a specific seat, you can simply say, could I have a window seat, please? Or I'd prefer an aisle seat if possible.
After check-in, you'll get your boarding pass. This is really important. Don't lose it. Your boarding pass shows your flight number, gate number, and seat number.
Exactly. The agent might say something like, here's your boarding pass. Your flight departs at 3:30 from gate B12. Boarding starts at 3 o'clock.
Let's role-play a quick check-in conversation. I'll be the passenger and you be the airline agent.
Good morning. Welcome to Skyway Airlines. How can I help you today?
Hi, I'd like to check in for my flight to Boston, please.
Certainly, sir. May I see your passport and booking reference?
Here you go. I have one suitcase to check and a small carry-on bag.
Thank you. Would you prefer a window or aisle seat?
A window seat, please.
Perfect. Here's your boarding pass. Your flight departs at 2:15 from gate A7. Your checked bag will go to Boston. Boarding begins at 1:45. Have a nice flight.
Thanks. Okay, so after check-in, what's next, Emma?
Next comes everyone's favorite part, security screening. This is where you and your carry-on items are checked before you can go to your gate.
This can be the most stressful part for many travelers, especially if you don't understand what the security officers are saying or asking you to do.
Absolutely. Let's go through some common instructions you'll hear at security. First, you'll need to show your boarding pass and ID again.
Then, they'll typically ask you to place your belongings in trays to go through the X-ray machine. You'll hear, please place all electronics, liquids, keys, and metal items in the tray.
Right. And remember the liquids rule. Containers must be 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less, and all your liquids need to fit in a small, clear plastic bag.
You'll also hear, please remove your shoes, belt, jacket, and large jewelry, though this can vary from country to country.
If you're confused about anything, don't be afraid to ask. You can say, excuse me, do I need to remove my shoes? Or should I take my laptop out of my bag?
That's a great tip. Security officers want the process to go smoothly too, so they're usually happy to help if you ask politely.
Exactly. And if they need to check your bag by hand, they might say, is this your bag? I need to check inside. You can simply say, yes, that's my bag. Go ahead.
Sometimes they might ask you questions like, are you carrying any sharp objects? Or do you have any liquids in your bag? Just answer honestly.
Let's do another quick role play for the security checkpoint. I'll be the traveler this time.
Please place your bag on the belt and all metal items, electronics, and liquids in the tray.
Excuse me, do I need to take my tablet out of my bag?
Yes, please remove all electronics larger than a cell phone.
Okay, thank you. And should I remove my shoes?
Yes, please place your shoes in the tray, then walk through the scanner when the light turns green.
Once you're through security, you're in what's called the secure area, or the air side of the airport. This is where the gates, shops, and restaurants are located.
And this brings us to the next important step, finding your gate. This can be tricky in large airports with multiple terminals.
The first thing to do is look at the flight information displays. These are the big screens that show all departure flights with their gates, times, and status.
Right. You'll see information like on time, delayed, boarding, or final call. If it says boarding, that means they've started letting passengers onto the plane, so you should head to your gate immediately.
And final call means this is the last chance to board, so run.
If you can't find your flight on the screen or you're not sure where to go, you can always ask for help. Try saying, "Excuse me, where is gate B12?" Or, "How do I get to Terminal 3?"
Most airports have signs with arrows pointing to different gate numbers or terminals. Follow the signs for your gate number. If it's far, you might need to take a train or shuttle inside the airport.
That's right. And it's always a good idea to find your gate first before you go shopping or get something to eat. That way you know exactly how much time you have before boarding.
Once you find your gate, check the screen there to make sure your flight information is displayed. Sometimes gates can change at the last minute.
Now, let's talk about boarding when you actually get on the plane. Airlines usually board in groups or zones, which will be announced over the speakers.
You might hear something like, "We are now boarding Zone 1," or "We'd like to invite passengers in rows 20 to 30 to board at this time."
When it's your turn to board, you'll line up and show your boarding pass and passport or ID one more time. The gate agent will scan your boarding pass and say something like, "Thank you, enjoy your flight." Or they might tell you where your seat is located. You're in seat 14A, on the left side of the aircraft.
Let's do one more quick role play for the boarding process. I'll be the passenger this time.
Attention passengers on Flight 302 to Chicago, we're now beginning our boarding process. We'd like to invite passengers in Zone 1 to board at this time.
Excuse me, I'm in Zone 3. When should I board?
We'll call Zone 3 in about 10 minutes. Please listen for the announcement.
Great. So now we've covered the main steps of navigating an airport. Check-in, security screening, finding your gate, and boarding the plane.
Let's recap some of the most important phrases that can help you through each step.
For check-in, I'd like to check in for my flight to destination, and I have one bag to check in.
For security, do I need to remove my shoes, laptop, and is this item allowed on the plane?
For finding your gate, where is gate B12, and how do I get to Terminal 3? And for boarding, which zone is boarding now? And is this the right line for Flight 302?
And remember, if you don't understand something, it's perfectly okay to say, "Could you please speak more slowly?" Or, "Could you repeat that, please?"
Exactly. Airport staff are used to dealing with travelers from all over the world, and they'll usually be patient if you're having trouble understanding.
One last tip. Arrive at the airport early. For international flights, try to arrive 3 hours before departure. For domestic flights, 2 hours is usually enough.
That's such an important point, Jake. Having extra time reduces stress and gives you a chance to deal with any unexpected issues that might come up.
Well, listeners, we hope these tips and English phrases will help make your next airport experience smoother and less stressful.
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use these phrases, the more comfortable you'll feel navigating airports in English.
That's all we have for today's episode of Real World English. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and share with friends who might benefit from these tips.
And let us know in the comments if there are other real-world English situations you'd like us to cover in future episodes.
Until next time, this is Jake.
And Emma.
Wishing you safe and happy travels. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.